Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Stuff to wrap up here before continuing main quests and things, because there's a gap.
God
I've
bless.
got a chance.
What kind of tasks do you do for Lord von Burgov?
Rare ones, lad. His lordship spends little time at Trotsky. As the royal chamberlain, he has to be in Prague most of the time.
Reputation gained.
What does the Royal Chamberlain do?
I understand, lad. You're asking about his authority, eh?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know anything at all about him.
Sir Otto von Burgo is the royal chamberlain. Subcamerarius in Latin. He's one of the 9 most powerful officials in the kingdom. He manages the royal towns and monasteries, approves the councillors and abbots in them, and appoints the royal judges.
Why does Sir Otto have to be in Prague so often?
Because that's the seat of the royal court, and our lord is one of the highest royal officials. Praga caput regni, young man. Prague is the heart of the kingdom. All the political threads come together there. It's where they handle administration of the country. If you want to be somebody, you have to go to Prague, or to Moravia, to that traitor Jobst of Luxembourg.
Excuse me, but why do you consider Margrave Jobst a traitor?
And what else should I call a person who only looks out for any
the
chance to
background.
benefit himself?
But now he's fighting
him.
for King Wenceslas, isn't he?
Jobst has changed sides so often it's impossible to keep track. But, to give him credit where credit is due, unlike our king, he's a great politician. Wenceslas wasn't even able to hold on to the imperial crown that his father passed on to him before he died. Yes, indeed. One day that bloody Margrave Jobst of ours is going to make it big. He might even become the emperor himself.
Should I better not ask about that while he's sitting there in the background?
Why doesn't Lord von Burgov free our King Wenceslas from captivity in Vienna? He's powerful enough for that, isn't he?
It's politics, boy. Pure and simple.
Maybe he can't hear.
I understand, but could you explain it a bit more for me? Why did they take our king captive? And why did the Czech lords let Sigismund spread all over the country like a plague?
That's complicated. Back during the reign of both King's father, Emperor Charles, the nobles gained great wealth and power. And when young Wenceslas came to the throne, he didn't have enough experience or courage to stand up to them. That's why he surrounded himself with faithful lower lords and entrusted them with all the royal offices.
I reckon the high nobility didn't like that, eh?
You're damn right they didn't. They conspired against the king and established their League of Lords. That started a protracted war, dragging the king's cousins, Prokop and Jobst of Luxembourg, into it. But King Wenceslas was stubborn, unyielding, and, unfortunately, also often drunk. He preferred to run away from politics to wine, women, and the hunt. It was only a matter of time before the lords conspired with his brother, the Hungarian King Sigismund. A year ago, they got together and captured Wenceslas in Prague, and Sigismund had the royal castles occupied by his allies. They secretly took the king to Vienna, where his brother is still holding him firmly under lock and key.
So von Burgov and the others want Sigismund to be king?
Not at all. Soon they discovered they'd miscalculated, and that Sigismund wanted the whole country for himself. And now, they can't agree on what to do about it. I think that's why Lord von Burkhoff received your message. He's trying to find
He's
new
sitting there,
allies among the lower nobility.
Who are among Wenceslas's opponents?
Who do you think? All the nobles in the League of Lords, of course. The most powerful are Henry of Rosenberg, Henry of Hraditz, Boresh of Riesenberg, Bohuslav of Schwamberg, and our Sir Otto von Burghoff, too, so far.
But we serve Sahanish of Lipa and Radzig Kobyla.
Exactly. They're representatives of the lower nobility, who always stood faithfully by Wenceslas because he handed out royal positions to them.
Ah, damn politics.
On the contrary, boy. It's only thanks to politics that von Burghoff didn't send you two to the gallows straight away.
Now let's borrow a book, please.
I heard some interesting books from Prague have arrived at the castle. There's one I'd like to borrow. An alchemist's cookbook. A sand-coloured cover, embossed.
Yes, several rare and astonishing books have arrived from Prague. But why are you interested in an alchemist's cookbook, of all things?
Well, There are some interesting ideas in it. I will keep it for myself. Or where do you keep books in the castle?
I've heard there are some interesting ideas in it. Every alchemist is in dogged pursuit of wisdom, especially those from Prague.
Perhaps you know more about that book than I do. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. Lord Nickvard Libak helped me sort the new books at the time, and the one you're looking for caught his attention. He left with it before I could even discover what it's about. All I remember is the author's initials, B.B. I'm fairly benevolent when it comes to lending books, and I appreciate Nickvard's help, but he's had it borrowed for an excessive amount of time now. I'd like to ask him to return it, but he's been avoiding me.
Why would Nickvard suddenly be avoiding you?
I have a sneaking suspicion. It seems Nickvard lost the book. I've warned him repeatedly not to carry borrowed books around with him, but to leave them in his chamber and read them there. But Nickvard is old and stubborn, and this is how things turn out.
The price of such a book must be incalculable. People like Nickvard are too dumb to understand.
But I digress. As I said, Nickvard is intentionally avoiding me. But I've made headway. I've managed to find 3 people who've spoken to him recently. Bertha, the cook, Regina, the maid, and Hirsch, the hand.
For a nobleman, Nickvard is quite wary of his own kind, speaking only to servants.
I'm surprised that he's ever spoken to anyone but myself. Nickvard is a loner. Which is also why I suspect something bad has happened. Now that he's decided to leave his shell, that is. But I'm afraid that's all I've managed to find out. Since Lord von Berkhove's arrival, I've been preoccupied with other matters.
Quest update asks the cook what she knows. I'll find the book for you.
I'll help you. I'll ask all 3 and see if they lead me to Nickvard.
Many thanks. If you aren't sure what to do, stop by and we'll discuss what you found out.
Before I go, can you tell me where I can find those people in the castle?
Who, exactly?
Let's start with Bertha.
Where is Bertha?
Bertha cooks for us in the crone's kitchen. She's there most days. If you can't find her there, try the first house in the lower castle, across from the door to the dungeon.
That's everything I needed to know.
And the game's saved. But look. Adela?
That sounds unpleasant. What did the apothecary say?
He gave me some ointment and a tincture, but he said it'd take at least a week to work.
May God be with
Listen
you
at the
then.
door.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Ah, there's Bertha.
What?
Bertha is there.
That's not bad at all. Greetings.
I'm looking for Nickvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Well, I'm waiting for Lord Libak to stop by. I brewed him another phial of medicine, but I don't even know if the last one helped. I told him to stop by for another one soon. I reckon he must be feeling better.
Did he say where he was headed?
I can't say. I promised Lord Libak his secret is safe with me, as well as his phial of medicine.
Oh, come now. Nickvard misplaced an important book somewhere. A sort of alchemist cookbook. I need to find it.
I remember the recipes by heart. And Lord Libak's secret is certainly worth more than any book.
Bribe for 200. Listen to me closely.
Listen, Bertha.
The secret will be safe with me too. I'm a nobleman's confidant too. What's got the highest value there?
I truly respect your honesty. I'm in the service of a nobleman myself. And I know what's expected of us in cases like these, whether it's Nick Vard's illness or political machinations over the fate of our kingdom. Both carry equal weight when spoken about behind closed doors, I'd say. I stand by my principles in matters like that.
Lord Libac's troubles can hardly compare to what you're talking about. It's really quite a trifle in comparison.
So you'll tell me then?
Well, it's a common potion for a bellyache. Just better tasting. It helps your meals go down easier and come out slower the other end. In that regard, Lord Libac had, well, how to say it? Everything came out much too quickly.
The privy was too far.
Nick Vard didn't have time to run down the stairs, eh?
It was in the privy down below the crone. By the training ground, below the guardhouse. I helped him clean his hose and made him the medicine, and I promised that I wouldn't say anything. Lord Libac is quite particular about the impression he makes on the young maids, you know. He didn't want this little episode to put them off. That's why he didn't use the privy near the maids' quarters. Though it's closer to his chamber, but to the arena instead. And only when there weren't any soldiers around. But this time, it caught up with him.
Is that all?
What else is there to say? That the entire time he looked as if he'd done the worst thing in the world. It happens to the best of us. And I told him as much then. I'm just surprised he never came back for another file, I must say. He did look as if the fate of the entire castle was suddenly on his shoulders.
I don't know if this is going to do me any good.
Well, you could have found a worse clue.
Thanks anyway.
What a waste of time. My bed is here. We're currently into evening. Hauling sacks.
Greetings. Good to see you, friend.
All right. Hired and what have we got down here? I can pick up some schnapps. That's not stealing.
God bless.
Phew. I'm not hauling sacks anymore. At evening time, the shadows are long.
God bless.
I have the sutler down here.
So I went to see my mother. And? To talk about the inheritance. But your father's still alive, isn't he?
Hired hand.
Greetings.
There's a lot here. Oh,
Doing
oh.
here?
What's that?
Watch those private areas.
No great loss.
There's dice.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Well, I could be sticking around here for a bit. Yeah, I'm on this quest at the moment where I'm trying to find the book for the miller. Currently looking for the stable boy here. That's Hirsch.
Keep that up and you've got it.
Soldiers are playing dice.
That's still all right. It'd be worse if you already had 3 ones. That's what I'm talking about, damn it. That's how you have to play.
Who's this?
God grant you health.
Villager. I'll be sticking around here for a while.
Damn! What's this?
Soldiers there. Bailiff is there.
Praise God. Welcome. What can I do for you?
Play some dice.
How about trying your luck at dice?
What game would you like to play?
But it's got to be without a badge. Only beggars available?
Let's play beggars.
Let's play.
Come on then, show us what you can do, unless you're playing for the first time.
4, 5, 6. I wonder if I can still use that new combo. I think it was a 3 and a 5. But this is no good. How many scores? 50. 3 ones.
Even a fool gets lucky sometimes.
1,050. Oh, 500 for him. But it kept going with just 1 die.
What?
Of course he's
Has to work
busted.
out sometime.
Are you? There's a 5 and a 3. Try it. Nah, it doesn't work without the badge. No score. What does that up to? 350. Yeah, it won't be enough to win it.
See? You can do it.
I'm
Keep
100
it up.
short. Well, he's back on 0.
That's as far as I go. It's yours.
100 needed to win. already done.
God be with you, my friend.
And with you.
You must have a lucky
I knew
horseshoe
it'd
up your
be
arse.
good.
Next time I'll be more careful around you.
People are heading off indoors now. It is, yeah, 9 p.m. in the evening. Game time. Oh, there he is. I found him.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for Nickvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Hey, Nick. I mean, Lord Libak. I almost forgot about him. I suppose his task wasn't so pressing. Hmm?
Forgot task.
What task?
Nick Libak, that is, entrusted me with a big task quite a while back. He's a castle lord. Obviously, I had to obey him. But then I heard what another castle lord was planning, von Berghoff, and I had to obey him even more. He says there's a war on. So here I am, ready to go off to battle.
I need to know more about what Nickvard asked you to do.
No. There are new rules now. You have to prove you're not a spy.
I understand, sure. Just tell me what you want, and let's not delay.
A sword.
Sword? What sword?
A long and very good one to help me deal with other spies. If you bring it to me, I'll know you're not an enemy spy who should fear me. Forge one, buy one, or even steal one for me. Maybe from one of the guards at the training ground or down by the gate. During the day, they're not in the towers anyway.
Can remain silent.
Once I get a sword, I'll fill you in on Nickvard's task.
You wanted a sword? So look at what I got for you.
I happen to have a training sword in my possession, so,
That's perfect. Lovely. I don't think you're a spy. Can't say for sure, but you seem all right.
What about Nickvard, then?
Nickvard asked me to do something for him. He must have admired my devotion to Lord von Berghoff. Either way, Nick looked troubled and not very healthy. He wanted me to fetch him something he lost outside the castle. And I told him I would. At least I could check to see if anyone was sneaking around about the castle. But then Nickvard clutched his belly and ran off. So I never found out what he wanted, or from where.
That's all?
Aye. If you run into Nickvard, ask him if he still needs it or whether he found it himself. I'll be going into war soon, so I don't have time for these things, see?
I'll tell him.
well, that's him spoken to. Where in the world could that book be? Where could this nobleman be? Regina the maid. That's optional. The shadows. free to leave? Or can I call my horse? So I want to, yes I can. Want to, walk everywhere. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, we could be here for a while because I'm looking for something and it could take a while. Probably best if I end the part here and just come back. I shall come back on a future occasion. That is the sun going down. Over there. The clock says between 9 and 10. Sunset. In Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So watch the sunset for a moment and then
You silly mutt.
thanks for watching. See you next time.